Hello everyone, and welcome to the answers to the questions this week. Sorry it's a couple of days late, it's been a pretty busy start to the week, but we'll crack straight on with the questions. So a couple of people asked this question: do the girls need football boots and spikes and leggings? So the honest answer is yes, you probably need one or the other from boots or spikes to start with. Cross country is done in first term and the field does get quite muddy and therefore slippy. So something that will give you some traction on the floor would be useful. Girls playing football and hockey obviously will need boots as well. Spikes, you could have spikes, maybe more of a summer thing. So to start with one or the other. And with regards to leggings, that's a free choice. Black leggings are now part of the PE kit. So if your daughters would prefer to wear leggings rather than the skirts or the cycling shorts, that's absolutely fine. But you don't have to have all of them. It's a choice. The question is, do all year 7s require lockers? And I would advise yes. I think it's really, really important. The cost is for the lockers for 5 years. It's for the padlock. We need to have some consistency over the padlock. So if there's ever a reason why the school needs to get into a locker, sometimes there are some fairly foul smelling things left in lockers, then we're able to do that, whereas we wouldn't if students were putting their own padlocks on. It's really important. The kids have got a lot of equipment they can be carrying around, and the locker is pretty fundamental. So I would really advise every student to get a locker, and it is, I think it's universal. Every student will have a locker in school. So yes, it is something they need. So entrances to the school, what roads are the entrances in? Clearly things are a little bit different at the moment with the building work. Normally the main entrance is on the Hockley Road. At the moment we have an entrance in the back of Helena Road, pretty much opposite Louise Road. That is a staff only car park at the moment. The other entrance is the alleyway that takes you through from Helena Road to the Hockley Road on the front. That's generally where a lot of students will come into school. There's two entrances if you're walking from the Helena Road end. If you walk up, there's one that sort of brings you in a little bit further up, and the top gate will bring you out near the sixth form block. More information will be given on this when term begins, because we're a little bit unclear at the moment where we're at with building work and exactly what entrances will be open and at what time. I think the side gate is going to be definitely somewhere that students will be coming into school from. So the side gate accessible from the alleyway from Hockley Road to Helena Road. I can't seem to find the frequently asked questions on the website. It is right underneath this video. So if this is the most recent video that you're watching, there's a thing that says frequently asked questions with a little red arrow. If you click on that arrow, it has a transcription of all the questions that we have answered over the last few weeks. Okay, I had some email questions from Mrs. Dixon and her students at Haycroft School, and I replied to them, but I thought actually it made sense to answer them for everyone. So these are questions direct from Year 6 pupils. So can we go to the toilet in lesson time? Obviously, we would prefer students not to be missing lesson time. I think if you can go to toilet at break and lunch, that is much, much better. Obviously, medical issues are a completely different thing. But if you're really need to go, then put your hand up and ask the teacher, and in the majority of cases that's fine, unless there's just a couple of minutes to go for the lesson, but try and go at break time. Can we see a photo of some of the classrooms? I'll try and get some of those up on the website soon. Do we call the teachers sir and miss? Yes, you do. It took me a little while to get used to that as well. At my previous school I was always called Mr. Jolly, and then arriving at Fitz it was always sir. It's something you get used to really quickly, so you will be calling the male teachers sir and the female teachers miss. Do we have tables or desks with lids? The answer is we have tables. There's no need to keep anything in desks because students are moving around the school under normal circumstances, so it's tables rather than desks. Can we bring mobile phones to school? Yes, you can, but during the school day they are expected to be in your locker and turned off, but you are able to bring them to school. Can we play football at break and lunchtime? You certainly can, definitely at lunchtime. The playground gets quite busy. At the field, obviously there's a bit more space during the summer. We only allow sponge footballs, which you can bring in, or we have some that you can borrow at lunchtime. You come and queue up and we can swap your respect card for a sponge football so we know who's got it, and then at the end of lunchtime you come and give the ball back and you get your respect card back. We don't have loads and loads, so sometimes some people miss out, but there's obviously only so much space on the playground as it is. Which year groups have same gender classes and which subjects? This is just PE. So PE is taught in same gender classes right from year 7, and that's the only one. Do we get notice for a detention, or can we be given one for the same day? The year 7s you'll be given a day's notice. Sometimes teachers might ask you just to stay behind for a couple of minutes after lessons to talk about something that's happened in the lesson. But if it's an official detention, then you'll be given a day's warning for that. And finally, if our handwriting isn't neat, do we have to write it again? This will probably depend subject to subject, but you may be asked to write something out if your handwriting isn't neat. It's really important that you continue to consider your handwriting. It may seem a crazy thing for me to be mentioning at this point, but at the end of year 11 and year 13, you're going to be writing exams. And it's really important that the examiners can read your handwriting. It's not just as an adult that you need to have good handwriting. The examiners are going to need to know what you are writing about. So we will be focusing on you having good handwriting during your time at Fitzwiremark as well. So they're the questions from Haycroft School. Hopefully all the answers make sense. If you have any other questions, then please just do so on the form at the bottom of the page. Take care. Bye-bye.